Okay, someone said yes. Okay, you know what? Okay, not on pause. Someone said not on pause. Thank you, Patrick. Okay, here we go. Um,
Thank you, Patrick.
yes, thank you very much, Patrick. Bless Patrick. Okay, so let's rewind for people that didn't hear the last question. Because it was such a great cast dynamic, and you were saying that everybody is so interesting out of drag as much as they are in drag, and we really got to see that play out on the season. One of the fan favorite awards, the Golden Boot, was not given out this season. So would you like to repeat who you would give the Golden Boot to this year and why?
Okay, so I'm gonna give out two. So if we're talking in drag, I'm gonna give my girl Lucky Stars the boot. She was the first out. She was the pork chop, and so I feel like there's a lot of work to be done there. If we're gonna go out of drag, since I like to talk about out of drag a lot, I would give Arietti the golden boot because we all saw the season. That is my sister, but we all saw the season.
Very much that.
It was
So
great. It was great though. Great TV.
great TV, and you did. I remember in your winter interview that we did, you did say that it was like that you guys talked like the day after, and it's like people need to understand that I think, it's reality TV and the stuff doesn't always linger all the time. You're real people, you have real relationships, and there's a lot more that goes on than just what you see on a TV show. So,
Right. Yeah. And hey, and if I have to pick up a toothbrush, she can pick up a golden boot. Okay. It's
there
fair
you
game.
There you go. All is fair in Drag Race and War. Yes.
Right.
So your dad was also a cast member this season, technically part of the cast. You got to be one of the girls for a day.
None
So
your
that was
business.
that. It was love her, love her. That was such a moving episode, and I think it was one of the best episodes, if not my favorite episode of the whole season. So, what was that episode like for your family? Like, what kind of emotional power did that? Because it had a lot of emotional power for viewers, but for your family, the emotional power of watching that episode.
I think it was a big deal for everybody. For me in particularly, I thought when all the girls had their parents when the parents started rolling in, I thought my mom was going to come in the show, and I was already like sad. It's just who I expected to come in. So when my dad came in, there was an extra level of like, oh my god, oh shit. Like, not only am I putting my parent in drag, it's like my dad. Like, this is one of the craziest moments in my life. He's physically here. He's missed like other crazy moments in my life. So this is like the biggest. So I was like almost in shock. So I feel like for my family seeing it, they kind of like they understood the context more than anyone else in the world because they actually know me. And so
Mhm.
I think they understood how big of a deal it was. I feel like they were really happy for me, and they know my dad, so they were probably like snickering knowing that like he was going to be my dad on the show. Yeah, they were like so proud and so happy. We made history with my dad being on the show, so
Yeah, you
I
did.
was happy.
Yes, because apparently that storied beard, that was the first time in a very long time that that beard had disappeared. So I have to know, has he allowed it to grow back?
Oh yeah, the beard is in full beardom in the beard kingdom, honey. It is here. I don't think it's ever leaving. I That was another very shocking moment on the show when I saw his beard because I've never that was my first time seeing his beard. I mean
Hmm.
him without a beard, sorry.
Without a beard, yeah, yeah. Has he done drag since? Is he auditioning for season 18?
No, but hopefully I do a makeover photo shoot soon down the line, and I'll put him in drag for that. And I feel like that would be really sickening.
Yeah, it
Uh,
would. No, he can't escape it. He absolutely can't escape it. But
no,
uh,
he likes
yeah, I
it.
think I think he secretly does, or maybe not so secretly. But I also have to know, have you since adopted Eddie Murphy into the drag family yet? Have you heard from him at all?
No, but cross your fingers. I would assume that Eddie Murphy's not on Instagram or social media, but I would think that his team, in some capacity, has like let him know that I exist and that like I did an impersonation of him, and I hope he liked it. I hope it made him chuckle at least, and
Yeah.
I really hope to meet him one day. But he is
Hmm.
he is automatically in the House of Nerve, no matter if he wants to be or not. He signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah.
Eddie
There we
Murphy
go.
Nerve.
Eddie Murphy, if you're listening, I mean, you're now part of the Anya Nerve
Eddie
drag family.
Nervy.
That's right. Uh, no, it's a present theme every year, but it does feel particularly relevant this year. To call out and lift up a show like Drag Race while the fundamental rights of so many LGBT Americans are under attack and threat from figures both politically and socially. And that's why part of the reason why I think that makeover episode was such a powerful one is because it showed bridging certain gaps even among families. And I think a lot of people assume that celebrity status might free one from the ramifications of such attacks politically and socially. So I'm curious first to know where you have maybe seen or felt the impact of this administration most in this community, and what do you say to people who are looking to Drag Race and its community as a safe haven amid all of this?
I think I haven't necessarily experienced it firsthand, but I do know one of the bars in Pittsburgh, P-Town, that I performed at recently got like raided. I don't know if it was ICE. I don't know if it was somebody else with three letters. I don't really know, but
Hmm.
like to come into a queer space and you know put fear in people's hearts, especially people that feel like they're going to be like taken away or harmed in any way, shape, or form. Just like really like hurts my heart. And so, like, Drag Race being nominated, Drag Race continuing on for another season just lets me know that, like, regardless of what goes on, we're like going to continue to push through. And we're not going to let anything keep us down. And I'm glad that everybody is okay. But it's situations like that that make you think that, like, damn, they is really coming at queer people with everything they got. And we got to stand together. And Drag Race is just like an example of queer culture continuing. And I feel like that's why it's just important to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's you can sort of Drag Race and Rue have been there through a lot of the sort of modern evolutions in society and culture and politically. I mean, it feels like we're sort of revisiting things that we were already visiting 10 years ago, like with people like Kim Davis asking the Supreme Court to overturn the landmark same-sex marriage ruling. So what would you say to her and those who agree with her? And do you think a show like Drag Race can help change minds on a big platform such as the Emmy stage, of people up there in this community accepting an award?
I just think that I was, I would say, fuck you. I I think actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? So I feel like every season is an opportunity for us to break down those stereotypes, break down those barriers, and break down all of those negative thoughts that they may have about us. Because honestly, it's just a lack of knowledge and a lack of knowing. And the proof is in the pudding, honestly. I think as queer people, we just got to continue to be our authentic selves because truth, moving in your truth is for me always the best way to go. And
Hmm.
so
Yeah, there you go. I mean, our reigning queen has said it. Also,
I
it
love
looks
you,
like
Hormona.
I was going to say it looks like Hormona's in the Q&A. She says, I love pudding."
She probably said I love you, Puddin'. I got
Uh,
her. Speak
yeah,
country.
yeah, that's Hormona's country speak. Yes. Hello, Hormona. Another great addition to the season to Hormona Lisa. So, I think one of the ways that you are also representing excellence beyond just what the show was able to show people about this community is by being visible and out there and working. I mean, I know quickly after the show you also joined, like we said, the cast of Kinky Boots. So,
Yes.
have you had any other Broadway offers or discussions for other big film and TV projects coming up?
No, but I will say that Kinky Boots is a show that I've wanted to be a part of even before I even started thinking about drag. And it's so cool to me that drag and Kinky Boots kind of like have a relationship in terms of what Kinky Boots is about and what I do as a drag queen. So me winning RuPaul's Drag Race and then being able to do Kinky Boots is like a huge full circle moment for me. And I'm not necessarily thinking about the shows or the TV shows or the movies or the Broadway shows that I'm doing down the line because I'm so proud and so focused on this. And I know that it is going to propel me to doing so many great things on Broadway. So, yeah, Kinky Boots has got me books, baby, for the rest of 2025 and most of 2026. And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, it's a huge role, and I mean it's a huge booking. So I mean, congrats on that. And like I said, it's just uh, proof that this show is such a big. I mean, obviously your talent speaks for itself, but I mean the show is a big springboard for talent like that, and exposing the wider industry, I think, to the talent that exists in this community. Speaking of talent in the community, I mean, Rue is again nominated for Outstanding Host for a reality competition program at the Emmys, marking 10 nominations in the category and taking the title as the most nominated person in the category ever in history. I mean, that is just so huge. So, what do you think?
That's mother.
It's mother.
We move with
Hmm.
greatness, honey.
That's right. So, what stood out to you most about Rue's judging this year, and does Rue deserve to win, do you think?
I think Rue definitely deserves to win. I think what stood out to me the most about Rue's judging is like kind of like reading in between the lines. I know it's like a TV show and Rue is probably the best at making said TV show, but like reading between the lines and like those moments when Rue actually like talks to you and gives you um critiques that will help you in the future. Like there's so many of those moments that I felt like I had with Rue, and I think that's the best part. That's why she
Hmm.
deserves it because that's a real ass bitch.
Hmm. And speaking, it's like Rue is also like, I mean, Rue has been such a fixture in this community for so long, and I feel like especially at a time right now, you look to the people who have sort of been through it to as the guiding lights, I think, at least in pop culture for these kinds of things. So Rue represents a lot, and I think it's an extra significant season for this reason. So another thing I've always wanted to know, uh, so since season two legend Raven is also nominated this year for makeup at the Emmys,
Wow.
is there ever a point where like you see Raven like running out to do little touch-ups or things between takes because that must be so surreal to just see Raven pop out and just like start doing Rue's makeup.
Yes, you do see it. It's actually really cool, because like other, if not for those moments, I probably wouldn't see much of Raven. So it's really cool to see her out and about doing her thing.
Yeah, no, it's always struck me as like comical. I just would love to see Raven in action like that. I wish I could see that because well wait, actually wait, does this mean am I Emmy nominated too because I got to dunk you all this season?
You are, baby. You get
I,
an Emmy.
I
Get
can't
an
believe
Emmy
I didn't
too.
see that when I was on set. So I have to apologize. I'm so sorry for dunking you. I've been waiting so long to say that. No, it was a really fun day. But so before I ask you, before we wrap up, I do have one more little section I want to do with you. We did have some of your season 17 sisters submitted some questions for you. So I'm going to
Oh.
read two of them right now. So Susie Toot would like to know. And I don't know if there's a hidden meaning behind this question or not.
Uh,
Um, what is your favorite Animal Crossing villager?
um, I don't have one. Okay, what was his name? What's the raccoon's name? Um,
I have no idea.
babe, what's the raccoon's name? What's the raccoon's name? And T- he's not a villager. No, I don't have a favorite villager. Tom Hook was my favorite because that's the only one I knew. But I don't have a
Okay.
favorite. I
Well,
haven't graduated to playing Animal Crossing yet. But I'm doing some nerdy things these days.
mhm. But Animal Crossing is not one of them, apparently.
No.
Well, sorry to Animal Crossing. We are so sorry. Now, Joella would like to know. can you please describe your dream vacation? I also don't know if this is a coded question for something else.
My dream vacation is probably Amsterdam. I haven't been yet. I'm really excited to go in the future. Um, yeah, I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to see it. I want to see what it's about. I want to see what's going on. I want to see the Amsterdamians.
Amsterdam. Yeah, we can we
I
can
just
get
want
some
to hang out and vibe.
we can get some FaceTime with them instead of the Animal Crossing villagers, some
Hell yeah,
Amsterdamians.
hell yeah.
Uh, it's funny. I was just. Did you watch America's Next Top Model back in the day?
Yes, absolutely.
Did
Every
I
season.
I just finished rewatching the season where they go to Amsterdam and they're doing the like red light photo shoot and then they have that
Yes.
windmill photo shoot and like Annalise jumping up into the
Yes.
air. I mean, it's so good. I didn't know you were also a top model fan, so another thing we have in common here. Um,
Yes.
so the last thing I'll ask you is what if you were to speak to an Emmys voter right now? In sort of to make the case for Drag Race season 17, what would you say to them?
If I was to make a case to the person that would be giving out the award, you know, I would say that this season, unlike other seasons, was the bomb.com. And the reasons why it was the bomb.com is because, first of all, you got a winner like me. And I don't know if that's a good reason or not, but I think what I show is realness. I show that I have heart, and think that I show that drag is much more than the glitter and the beautiful things that we put on our body. And you know what's even better than that? There are 14 other girls, 13 other girls that show that too. And the world is not as bright without us in it, and let's continue to show everyone else that.
Beautiful,
How'd I do? Is
beautiful,
that okay?
wonderful. Anya, any it's just it's getting to talk to you. It's just always such a pleasure. So thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for everything you showed on season 17 and Emmys voters. You heard it from Anya herself. So thank you so much again, Anya, for a great season, and thank you to everybody for tuning in to watch this interview. Really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it. All
Joey.
right. I'll see you soon, Anya.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. You too.